Hey everyone, and welcome back to VFX5 once again. So in today's video we are going to see how we can convert our day scene into night scene. One disclaimer, this work is WIP, but I could not resist myself to share this with you, so here it is. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, as you can see over here, I have my footage, and if I'm going to play it, yeah, that is a moving shot, right? So first thing first, in night scene, you have to understand what kind of look and feel you want to create. So yes, I did some research and I found a very good look and feel for my shot, right? So I'll recommend you to please do your own research, what kind of a mood you want, what kind of output you want. So it will be beneficial for you, right? So before starting this project, keep one thing in mind, that this footage is not on 24 frame per second. This footage is on 30 frame per second. So I did my project setting as well, right? Okay. So first thing first, what I need to do, I need to figure it out from where my light source will be, right? So my light source will be this window, and probably I can create some kind of glow sign of this element as well, because I thought to create it as a glow sign, right? Another light source will be my diffuse light coming from sky or moon or night sky, you can say, right? So these kind of detail I have researched upon, and let's create one by one, right? So first thing first, I need to color correct it to night. Yes, because we are creating day to night scene. And for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a dot node and I'm going to take a node called saturation, because in night, little desaturated stuff, you can figure it out. Like probably I can desaturate it to 0.8 or 0.7 might be. If needed, I can change it later, right? So again, I'm going to take one more grade node, and that grade will be like, I can lower down my gamma and lower down my gain, something like that. If needed, you can come and you can change anytime. So let me check. So yeah, it's a good start, right? Yeah, it's a good start. Again, I can take a color corrected node. Probably I want to do some color correction in my midtones. Probably I can lower down my midtones as well a little bit. And in highlight, probably I can lower down my gain a little bit as well. So yeah, this is something I will start with. Now, what kind of color you will get in night, that you have to take care about. So probably I'll go in gain, hold on control and click, and probably little bluish greenish kind of effect I want, right? So again, it's all up to you. You can change it at any time. So just I am doing this, and probably in mid-tone, which is gamma. So I'll add little blue to it as well. Not cyan, little blue. Now this is something I can start working on, right? So this is my base. Another stream I will take, like I can take a grade node in another stream, which will mimic my night scene, right? So I will do this. I can go to gain, and probably I'll do some color tweakings like this, and in gamma as well, in midtone. Why not? So again, I can come anytime and I can do this, right? So this is something my night light will be like. It will come from window. So this is done. This is done. So now what next? So I have to do a roto shape masking of this area. So let me do that. Probably I'll start with here. If needed, I can change it anytime. So let me do that. Okay, now my roto has been done, and what I need to do, just I'm going to take a merge node and I'll take B over here, A over here, and what I have to do, I have to blend it in mask blending mode. So now I'm getting my window only, and if I'm going to merge my let me delete it, my night scene with my light emitting source. So what will have? I'll have this. Isn't it great, right? Now I'm getting shape. Again, I'm feeling that here I'm getting little greenish, so I need to cut it. So I have to go to this grade, and in gain, probably I will swing it to little blue as well, because I don't want green, I want blue, right? So again, it's your research what you want, right? So I'm getting my this thing pretty well, like, but what will happen if I'm going in further frames? I'm not getting my track data, so it should be tracked. So what I can do, I can again take a planar tracker like this, and I am going over here and I will create one big shape around it like this. Yeah, it will work. I need a basic track, nothing else. So after doing that, I can start tracking it forward, and I'll come back once this is done. Okay, so my tracking has been done, and as I can see, it's going pretty well. And I don't need to do any kind of thing. Just I'm going over here and I'm going to export my corner pin kind of stuff, right? So I'll get this, and probably I'll come over here and I will, like, I need to set my project setting. So just hit S on keyboard and it will be 19201080. And if I'm going to connect this tracking data, and you can see my mask is going with the motion, right? So now if I'm going to see from here, it will be going with the motion which I have in my footage, right? So also what I can do, I can treat this light source as well. So I'm going over here and probably I'll take a glow node and I will do this, and I'll use effects only, and I will spread it little and might be little brightness as well. And I'll take a merge node and I'll plus it. And if I'm going to see from here, I am seeing too much glow. Probably I'll come over here and I will spread it little, and I will lower down mix as well. Not too much, but yeah, this much. Again, I'll take another glow, and this time again I am using effects only, but this time I'm going to increase my tolerance so that this value will come. And again I can take a merge node and I can blend it again on plus mode. So I'll have variation in my glow thing, right? So for that, that's what I'm using, two-step glow. Okay, now it's coming pretty nice, but if I have this much light source inside, some kind of light should come outside as well, right? So to create that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use volumetric lighting. So probably I'll do this, and our source for my volumetric lighting should be this. So to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a node called volumetric, and if I'm going to connect this directly in my this output, you can easily see what I'm getting like this. And let's figure it out. Now see, superb. And of course I can play with the few settings like raise pre-blur, I can use a little, and probably I can use volume gain and might be little gamma as well. Not too much, but yeah, again. So let me make some space, and probably I will add a merge over here, and let's merge it with my window, right? Or might be I can screen it or plus it. And if I'm going to see, now my light is coming from my window, but the spread will not this much. So I can go and I can tweak my this thing. Let me do this, and I will decrease volume gamma and something like that, right? So this will be my setup again. And again, if light is coming from window, few parts or few elements where my light will fall, and we need to make it clear that yes, light is falling on that particular element. So I'll do it later. I'll show you how to do that. Again, by same way, I can come over here and I can do my this setup. So what I'll do, I'll just do it and I'll come back once this is done, because it's same procedure I'm following and this is the way how I have done it. Okay, as you can see over here, I have added my glow, sign glow to this, and let me quickly show you what I did. I took a roto shape and just I added my tracking data, which I did, and again I rotate out. So I am having my this element, and again I desaturated it, I color graded it, and just I blurred it, again graded it, and multiplied it with my original thing. And again I desaturated it, I graded it, and I added it on top of this, because if this sign is glowing, then obvious I will have some kind of aura of that particular light, right? And on top of this, what I did, I took one branch over here, one glow, and I plussed it, and on top of this I added this. So by doing this, I am having my sign glow, I'm having my Windows light as well, right? But one thing I have to do, like if I'm going over here on my first frame, it is working pretty fine, but on last frame it's not that great. So what I have to do, again I have to fix it. So how I can do that, let me do this. Like I want my things like this, right? Like this. So if I'm going down the line, you can see my position or my volume position is not animating. If needed, I can animate it manually. But what I did, I took a frame hold and I'm going to frame hold it on frame number first. And after that, I'm going to use this corner track and I'm going to add it, right? So what will happen, same frame will travel throughout the frame, right? So again, this is my way of doing it. If needed, you can do it by your way. But if you can see, I'm not having much movement or much variation in my lighting. So to do that, what I can do, I can use some 2D elements to do that, right? So let me bring my 2D elements. Okay, so I have my 2D element, and if remember, this is a free asset from Action VFX. I'm not sure. I'll put link in the description. So I'm going over here and I can see I am having my dust particles kind of over here, right? So again, it is 2K DCP. So I'm going to take a reformat node, and in reformat node, I have 192.0.10.80, and I need to mask this area because I want this area to be in my volume raise, and probably I'll do this and I'll take merge and I'll mask it. So you need to add some detail or some breakup to your scene so that it will look nice. And again, what I can do, I am having this thing and I will take a merge one more time, and this will be my, like, I am going to multiply, and again the position is not matching, so probably I will take a transform and I'll do this, and probably I'll rotate it like this, and I'm going to multiply it. So what will happen, you will have dust particles inside my volume raise like this. So as you can see over here, I am having my detail over here, but one problem we will get, we won't have animation or same animation as my footage having. So to do that, I can come over here, I can copy it, I can probably add it, and now you can see I am having my animation as well. Now also what I can do, I can take one more merge node over here. This will be my B and this will be my A. I can do this. Let's rearrange it. And if I'm going to see, I'm having few details over here. Just to show you, if needed, I can take a grade node, and if I'm going to crank up gamma, you can easily see I'm having my dust particle over here as well, but not that much. I don't want that much. I need very subtle kind of thing, right? So probably needed, I can add little this thing, and if needed, I can lower down in my final comp. But let's see. Now I'm having my shapes, right? So now my next target will be to add some light reflections on ground and some kind of element like on table and over here as well, right? So to do that, what I can do, just I can go over here and I will start creating my shapes. Like I can take a roto node and let's create a basic shape where I want my light interaction, right? Like this. And probably I can do this, like hit E on keyboard and let's feather it out, right? Now you can easily see I am having this setup, and I can use this, like I can take a merge node. This will be my B, and this will be my A. And what I can do now, I can just cut it out, like mask. So I'm having this data, but there will be a problem, like I don't want this setup to come in front, right? It should be like behind it, right? So let me do that. Let me just merge it, and I'll show you how to fix it as well, right? So you can easily see I'm having this, but this is not serving the purpose, and this light is on top of this, right? But this is not matching, right? Again, this is greenish kind of thing, this is orangish kind of thing. So these are the problem I'm getting. So what I can do now, I can just take a roto shape of this and I can cut it from here. So let me do that, and I'll come back once this is done. Okay, so I'm having my roto, and also I added my tracking to that roto so that I don't need to rotate out on every frame. So what I can do, I can just do this, and probably I will take a grade node, might be, or merge. You can do both the ways, and I can just add my grade over here, and in grade I'm going to change RGB A, and I can lower down my gain as well, right? So now you can see I'm having this thing, and again I'm having my lights coming, but this is too much, right? So what I can do, I can take probably blur node over here, and I can blur it a little, I can feather it out, and probably I can scale it down a little because I don't want that kind of spread. And also if needed, I can go to my roto and I can lower down my opacity. I want just a hint of light, nothing much. If needed, I can probably tweak my shape like this, so it should look like it's feathering out. And again, I need to match this light to this, right? So I can do this. I can come over here, and probably I can take a grade node over here, and it might possible I can do this, like I can add some orange to my scene like this. If needed, I can do it like this. So now if I can see this thing is matching with this, right? So yeah, again, it's a tweaking you can do the way you want, right? Again, by doing same way, I can add my light on top of this. I can add light on top of this. So let me do that, and I'll come back once this is done. Okay, so this is my final thing, and if I'm going to show this to you, so you can easily see I'm having some light over here, some light on top of this thing on table, and some light coming over here as well. So how I did that? Same way I did rotoscopy, and I add this to my scene, and again this is coming over here with the luminance value because I want my luminance to be illuminated, right? So I added this, and I'm getting this, and again I have to use this data, then I graded it out, then I have a little glow, and I just cut it, right? And again I can add it. So this is the way how I added my light thing. And apart from light, I am having my light source coming from this area. Again, my glowing sign is coming from this area. And now the best part, to make your scene look real, what I did in night scene, probably you can observe that you will have some environmental dust and smoke particle in very prominent way. So, right. So what I did, I took one atmospheric data, lowered down the speed by using Chronos, and I reformatted it, and I transformed it the place where I wanted, and I graded it like this, right? And again, I use my roto shape because I want my smoke over here. So I did some rotoscopy, very rough rotoscopy. It need not to be very precise. And again, what I did, let me disable it. So what I did over here, because you can easily see I'm not having any kind of detail over here. So I added my this data over here. Now you can easily see you are having some sort of detail over here, and this is again animated and added with my tracking data. And to add more detail, I added this information like frontal elements as well. And if we'll go over here towards last frame, what I did, I added my sky detail over here. So what I did, I took an image and I transformed it the way I want. I reformatted it. I masked it out. I added some tracking information. I graded it out. And on top of my this sky, I added my this sky as well. And it's merging very nicely. And now you can see I'm having my light source over here, right? So again, on top of this, I'm having my this thing, this data, this information. Like this is my smoke. If you can see my first smoke, my second smoke, and also I have added some smoke over here as well. You can easily see I added some smoke over here, and this is again animated. So if I'm going to show you, this is my final output, and again this is work in progress. So I need to fix few rotos, I need to fix some grading, but I couldn't resist myself to share this with you, and I hope you will love it. And if any query comes up, please do comment in comment box. I will definitely help you out. So I think this video will help you to understand the way we can convert our day scene to night scene. Lots of things still can be done inside this comp, and if you think that this will help you to understand the process in a better way, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. With this said, this is VFX Vibe signing off. Have a good day.